Greetings. I'm Dr. Al Freeman, Director of LCMS School Ministry, and I am with Dr. Chris Cody, the Education Executive for the South Wisconsin District. And Chris, I know we're at the Administrators Conference today for South Wisconsin and hearing all the great discussions and the professional development that's going on and seeing all the great principals and tremendous schools in the South Wisconsin District. Tell us about the South Wisconsin District and all of the amazing things that are happening in our Lutheran schools, maybe some of the challenges, and just give us a little sense of the South Wisconsin District.
Yeah, so the South Wisconsin District, we've got 52 elementary schools, we have 8 high schools, and just over 20 freestanding preschools. And we stretch from just north of Sheboygan all the way across the state of Wisconsin to La Crosse and then down to the state line. So it's not a huge geographic region. Certainly not as big as something like Texas or the Pacific Northwest, but we have a number of our schools are concentrated in more of the urban areas, so Milwaukee, Racine, Sheboygan. But we also have a number of schools that are more rural, and so we've got a really diverse group of schools. Some of our schools are over 400 students, others are in the single digits. And so it's a really unique, diverse district to serve in, and the principals and the schools are constantly working to engage with their communities, which is something that we value in our district, to embrace our communities and to prepare a new generation in the faith and confess Christ for the next generation.
Tell us the highlights over the last couple of years and the great highlights or expectations coming up this school year and beyond for our Lutheran schools.
So you mentioned high schools, and one of the really unique blessings that we have here in our district is a high school that is focused specifically on students who have special needs, and that's Journeys Lutheran School in Hales Corners. They are an RSO of Synod and a great partner of our schools. They started with the 3rd through 8th grade, and they have added on now every year, and so they are 3rd through 12th grade, and I believe it is the only one of its kind in Synod that is specifically for students who have special needs.
It is, and I encourage people to go to their website and just check out Journeys Lutheran School, because it is such an incredible model.
The other thing with 8 high schools, we have another new high school that just started this year, Trinity Lutheran Classical High School, which has been in the works for the last 3 or 4 years. They are located in West Dallas, so they're using the classical education pedagogy, this is now part of a larger initiative of our district, which is to plant new churches and also plant new schools. So we have 2 new schools that have started this fall. One is the high school that I mentioned, and the other is our first neighborhood school, which is a micro school initiative that the district is helping to fund.
And a really interesting concept. And again, I'll encourage people to go to the South Wisconsin District LCMS website and see a little about this concept of the neighborhood schools.
Right, and what we're excited about is this. It's a new idea of ministry and trying to reconnect places that maybe either used to have a school, or perhaps they had a larger Sunday school, so they've got the building already there. But we want to be intentional about connecting these schools with the church and then the neighborhood around them. Milwaukee is very unique in that it's divided into so many different neighborhoods. It's really been a unique blessing, and it's something that we're hoping we'll have a total of 3 schools in 3 years through this initiative.
So an amazing goal, and it fits with our theme of this year, connected. Connecting to your community, connecting with one another. We see the connecting going on with the administrators of the conference today.
Right.
They're doing a tremendous job, and ultimately connecting them with Jesus Christ so they know Him as their Lord and Savior. And what a great opportunity. 9 students.
And I think one of the values of our district as a staff is we want to be distinctly Lutheran. And so these neighborhood schools and all of our schools, we want them to be, when you walk in, we want you to experience the fact that it is a Lutheran school. It's not just a Christian school. Anybody can run a Christian school and kind of just throw Jesus out there and say, yeah, we're Christian, but we want our kids in the catechism. We want them to have a strong and robust experience with their religion courses, and we want to reconnect some of these churches and their schools so that they are working hand in hand for the gospel.
Thank you for your work. Thank you to all of the schools of the South Wisconsin District, and each and every day spreading that gospel message in educational ministries of excellence.